tank, so for instance. She's going to step off with the Phoenix, isn't she? It's the Phoenix is disabled though, to be fair. I totally forgot that I was just stood in the Kukulkan tornado, to be honest with you. Today, I'm going to be role-playing as Ed Sheeran and thinking out loud whilst playing Smite. I'm kind of hoping that with my thought process being said out loud, it allows you guys to kind of to understand why things are being done, when things are being done, how things are being done. The beads are great, the CC immunity is great, but with how much kind of mobility that there feels like there is in Smite 2 at the moment, having that extra distance that you can build it's so worth it. The Sunder was huge, a little bit of a bad pickup considering that Athena has insanely fast clear already. This duo lane was slow to build, slow to build, slow to farm. So I'm going to back off here because the minion wave, I was going to look to engage, but burnt down Ymir quite substantially, so there's no point necessarily forcing too much. So Ymir dead. Probably should have saved that 3 for the Anher here. And that should be Anher dead. No, I am trash. If I had saved my 3, that would have been Anher dead. But I used it to secure the kill on Ymir just in case, because you never know. Anher pushing up likely means that the enemy jungler is rotating over to us, maybe doing the side jungle. So what I'm going to do is clear this wave, aggressively path to get the info, nothing there. So that just means that Anher's an aggressive player and he's not going to necessarily want to give up lane too easily, which is good for us. He's dead there anyway. Use my blink there aggressively. See if I had beads in that situation, I wouldn't have been able to close the gap as quickly as I did. Kind of sneak up on the Anher. He also didn't have. This Athena just body blocked me. If he used pillar as well before we completed the red buff, so that kind of told me that he has no escape. I imagine that we've got a Loki on the way somewhere. I was hoping that Ymir would step forwards without the chain lightning. They don't have to be too worried because my chain lightning won't bounce to them. What we kind of want to do here is get level 5 of this wave if we can. I doubt that will happen, and then look to secure the purple. They're fully aware that we're going to want the purple, so I'm not going to use any abilities. I'm going to just path straight up to purple. I'm going to expect them to fight us. Maybe Anher jumps over the wall or he's calling Loki over, which is fine. We got 5, we got the purple. Mordred tried to share with us, which would have been a bit of a painful decision for him, but well for us, not for him. Us stealing that purple, Mordred going back to base. We don't know if he based on a ward. If he did base on a ward, then that's Loki's got vision on the fact that Mordred's at base, so we should be careful over here on left in case of a rotation or him potentially trying to steal our purple. They kind of were. I think they're going to want to go for the side gold here, which is probably something they look to pressure me out for. He's probably going to jump in on me, yeah. Bounce that with, oh, he's lucky I missed. I don't have my blink. I missed my chain lightning, and that kind of got me killed, to be honest with you. If I hit the chain lightning, I secured the third bounce on the Anher, I get the stun, etc. So missing that one chain lightning is kind of what caused me to just absolutely throw that fight. So with the lane pressure that we've gained in duo, I am going to be looking to see if I can get a Queen Naga as fast as possible, basically. Hopefully it kind of spawns over this side of the map, so I can secure it. That's a Loki. I do have my combat blink, so I'm not so worried about this engage. He could still be in the left jungle at the moment, so it's something we have to be cautious of. You kind of rely on this ward here, sit below the ward, or near the ward, because if he wants to come behind us, he's going to get pinged, and if he wants to engage in front of us, the moment he steps out of the tall grass, the troops will engage on him. I can't go that aggressive. Okay, he's up and left there, so I know where he is. I wasn't entirely sure how I wanted to take that fight. I don't know if I should just burn the creeps or look to engage on the Anher directly. Not entirely sure what this play is, but it should be a dead Anher. I'm just going to blink for it. Not the best idea, but and this is why it's not a good idea. Because if I still had blink up, I could have just instantly blinked away. Do the purple, do the Naga, take the Naga, go immediately to Gold Fury. Gonna put my G here because I don't have my 2. Take the Naga, put it straight on gold. It's like putting it on green. Should be a free Gold Fury here. Nice. We've got the gold, got the Naga experience, got the purple. There's necessarily no point forcing an engage there that could just turn negative. They would get more for the kill on me than I'd get on them at this point. Because it may not, I may not be worth like insane amounts of gold of experience, but it's kind of what comes along with me being dead, and that's not being able to farm. Me not being able to farm whilst they can farm means that they are closing the gap that we've worked hard to build so far in this game. So the best bet would be just to make sure that okay. That's his beads, which is fine, which means that he's going to be extra cautious on the next engage. I think he's already going back to base. Just let the Mordred know that they're kind of at the back of the tower because I could see him pathing for it. They're going to fight for the purple. Whilst they're fighting for the purple, I'm just going to push this left tower here. There's no point me sharing the XP off of purple 3 ways, and there's no point me jumping into the fight when they definitely have it. Makes more sense for me to make sure that I get the map pressure and also the gold from the tower. Now that this tower is down, I'm not going to say I have to roam freely, but it kind of frees me up now almost to start roaming, assisting the team, because if I'm not in lane, there's a high likelihood that the Anher is going to be forcing their way down towards our tier 1, which means I don't necessarily, I can rotate in and out and still catch most of the wave as long as I'm fast enough. I'm weighing up the decision making of, well, not the decision making, I'm weighing up the decision of what's more worth it at this point, me getting to 20 as fast as possible, or allowing my team to kind of start gaining pressure and catching up with their deficits. And with me being so far ahead of my lane, well, just the wave being so far pushed as well, it kind of makes sense to transfer my pressure and my kills to Athena. Definitely tried to steal this, but it's fine. I could have blinked in on the Kukulkan and just kind of launched my chain lightning, but if I'm going to be completely honest, I actually wanted to go back to base. It's infuriating. He got my blink, got his Aegis. It's because the chain lightning missed, but we force him off. Loki's up in 5 seconds, so it's not a massive deal being this far forwards without my blink. I'm not entirely sure where the Anher was. Did they get a Naga? Because if they got a Naga, then Anher's on gold at the moment. No, he's not on gold. We don't have the Naga, but still going to pressure this anyway. They're rewarded. And he probably knows we're on our way to him. I'm just going to do this to force him out quickly. Grab the Nice. Using it to kind of build those early charges, and then use the early charges for an early stun in case he tries to jump away. I've got 3k at this point, so I'm just going to go back to base. Let's grab some wards. I should really get a sentry ward because I know they have a ward on Gold Fury, but I'm trying to rush back to lane to make sure that my tower doesn't take too much damage, and the shop is a little bit problematic at best. Not having Dev's gloves until 14 minutes isn't a huge problem, and her only has 16 stats on it, and with the amount of pressure that and damage that I've kind of bought myself by having this just G online, and just how the early game went, kind of just made it worry free. He was trying to blink. Athena died. So can't really do anything about that, to be honest with you. Is he going to freeze? He's going to freeze. Use that to stun. Just going to disengage on the fight and use this to attack gold or soul. Going to give the aggro to her because I'm very nearly dead. Gonna secure gold, go grab purple and blue. Loki's behind us. Gonna ult to Sohn for my team. So I ulted there because Loki can't engage in the ult so freely, even though I'm low, and etc. Having the ult there applies the shock stacks, and the shock stacks applies. Once you've got 3, apply the stun, and he was probably looking to just get in, get one, get out. So the peel there, even though the ult kind of really did nothing, it didn't necessarily do nothing. It allowed my teammates to survive. It then also forced Loki into a silly position, which you see what he did. He ended up using ult and getting punished for it and dying again. Yes, we may be far ahead of the Loki, so it's worth less, etc. But as long as our team doesn't die there, that's all that really matters. Alright, tower's being shoved. I could help, but Soul's there. My team's fighting up at the top right. I kind of want to look to do Fire Giant if I'm going to be completely honest with you. Hades in left, and Hill was also in left at one point. These guys are forcing them so far out that we may not even be able to necessarily do the Fire Giant. They're chasing into base. So my rotation here is now completely useless. They're still re-engaging. I had no intentions to fight up there. I mean, yes, I want to do Fire Giant, but fighting up there, we're just too far away to be able to do Fire Giant off of it anyway. Athena's probably going to die. We'll use this to kill the... Loki's scared. I understand why you'd be scared. He's probably going to go invis, push me already. Wabam. Hit him with a stun. Send him sleepy sleeps. I really don't want to do it, but I'll do it because these two are committing. And this was fundamentally what I wanted from this fight to begin with. So no point wishing it and then once given the opportunity, not taking the wish. Killing the Loki kind of makes it free for us as well. I'm going to immediately base, look at pushing out left lane so we can look at kind of taking some more map control away from them. The lane being down bottom left and bottom right. Whilst it denies them from being able to farm freely, it also means that if we get something and we want to rush something quickly, if we don't have that Queen Naga, then we can't necessarily jump on the tower straight away. Because we still won't have, we won't have the minion buff. So having this now, pushing this up, will I can basically jump on that tier 2 tower, force it out ASAP. I kind of want to pick up my purple because it's level 3, but there is a level 2 purple up here that I can take, and I mean... Okay, there's not a level 2 I can take because someone else is taking it, so I'm going to go all the way down to take my level 3. Not level 20 yet, so There's no harm in farming. We're not necessarily going to be able to get anything for free up here, so got to be careful for the Loki positioning. I shouldn't have taken this fight because I was focused by the tower. I was trying to secure that anhur with one final hit, but I didn't. And this fight turns sour. And we lose Fire Giant and the fight. Because I whiffed, to be honest with you. I mean, four for 4, but their 4 means more because we all had Fire Giant and they didn't. The Soul can probably force out left lane. Hades isn't up for another 14 seconds. She definitely wins this fight against the Anhur, but I think she's a little bit scared. So she's just going to rotate off. Maybe look to deny some farm or shut the mid wave. I would have gone straight to the red buff. She's going to start gold, maybe. Yeah, she's going to start gold. Okay, Anhur stole the gold. They're probably going to chase into a trap. The rest of the enemy team will probably be rotating into it. That red's gone. I mean, that brings the goals from 2-0 to 2-1. But that's not a massive problem. Why are you ulting that, brother? That red's probably, the red is up, but Neith's probably gonna know the red is down, and it was just taken, which means that there's probably something there. He is. Lurking in the jungle. I'm pretty sure I got triple bounce of that, so we should have stunned him. Athena's way too over aggressive here, considering the lack of vision we have and physical team support. Neith's probably dead here. I think that just fundamentally comes from the fact that Athena was way too overextended, so she couldn't assist Neith when it was needed. I'm assuming this Hades has used his jump, but his cooldowns will allow him to have him back up anyway. There it comes. There's his blink. There's the Mordred ult. There's me missing about 7 auto attacks because I'm trash. I'm going to step away from this engage. I'm going to have to blink away. I should have blinked kind of maybe towards tier 2 because then I would have like completely avoided his ult, because the way I blinked I kind of stepped back into his ult. Fundamentally shouldn't have taken that engagement. We were down underneath. Hades was super extended, but the missed taunt and the missed Mordred ult kind of sealed the deal there for us not being able to take that fight anymore. Gonna have to look at kind of, I don't want to say trusting my teammates less, but kind of relying less on the actions of my teammates and start relying more on the actions of myself. Maybe my positioning in that fight was a bit trash, my blink usage was trash, etc. But it is what it is. We can probably take this fight if the Soul. Just gonna take that Hades kill. He's killed me a couple of times. It's a sweet bit of revenge. I think he's also probably a big scary boy. I mean, Loki is 8-5, but I don't really feel like Loki is. We're getting to a stage where, as long as we don't play like idiots, we should be able to deal with the Loki quite freely. And in terms of a team fight scenario, it's not going to be a huge issue. They have cleaned our jungle, which means that they could have wards on the left side of the map. I doubt it, but yeah, but they have Fury vision at least. So that kind of goes my plan of doing the God Fury, because I'll be on a ward. I do want to join them over at Fire Giant, but I kind of want to get some money. I could, in theory, force the gold whilst they're forcing fire. There's Loki and Ymir over in the right. It's Anher in middle. I'm assuming that the Fury vision is going to be gone. We got the I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna just use it to push the middle tower. Tank, so for instance, she's going to step off with the Phoenix, isn't she? It's the Phoenix is disabled though, to be fair. I totally forgot that I was just stood in the Kukulkan tornado, to be honest with you. Kind of just merrily rowing my boat down the street. And who knows I'm low, Hades knows I'm low. I've got no combat blink, he's going straight to me. Stunning him before he can cast anything. Popping my G to make sure I can actually get the auto attacks off before he uses anything on me. They want to engage through his tornado. I mean, I am kind of full health from the regen of fire and my lifesteal, but no point risking something if you don't need to. And then we round out the game here with a 12-5. It's not a bad game. I mean, it's probably one of the more positive games out of the three that I've done this today. But leave a like if you liked, leave a sub if you're interested for more, and I'll see you in the next one.